How many times do I take a selfie before I post it? This answer has changed in the past few years. I used to sit in my car and take selfie after selfie after selfie and then edit through them. Now I'm not taking as many selfies of just me. I try and get my girlfriends or guy friends in the pictures also, and oftentimes the person behind the camera is clicking, and then I pick my favorite. So I'd say on average, 1 out of every 10 gets posted. How do I feel about the way that my body looks? I've worked very hard on my body, something that I'm proud of. I know that that's kind of an awkward thing to say, but I've put in work to be a healthier, happier, and stronger me. There are definitely days that I doubt myself. As a woman, I know that all of us have felt that way time and time again. Every morning we wake up, that's what the first thing we're assessing is how we look, how our body looks, how does my hair look. As I've gotten older, it's definitely become easier just to be confident myself. I wear makeup maybe once every other week now because I know that it just doesn't matter. Makeup and the way that my body looks does not change who I am on the inside by any means. But I know that that's hard for some of us to hear. I know that a lot of us identify with the way we look on the outside, and I'd love to talk to you about that. I'd love to change your mentality a little bit, but I totally get it. Okay, my least favorite part of my body is my stomach, as most women would say. It's definitely my hardest place to keep in shape and keep toned, so by far that's my least favorite part. I was a dancer growing up, and now of course I work for the Ravens, and the main thing that we're judged on is how we look on the outside. So of course I've struggled with body image issues. It's really hard to be next to these girls who are half your size in your mind and don't have an ounce of fat and are always gorgeous and have 8 packs, and then look at yourself and see how different you look from them. I need to remind you that you are your hardest critic. You never look as bad as you might think or as bad as you think the mirror makes you look. God made you the way He wants. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, and I don't want you to ever forget that. My identity certainly comes from my work ethic. I've always aspired to work harder, be better, and grow in myself. At my job, I love to be able to finish my work first and help the next person, and that's just something that has made me proud of myself more than anything else I've done in my life. You're made in the image of God, whether that's the way you want to look or not. It's the way that God wanted you to look. He loves us all completely equally. I promise you, no matter what anybody else tells you, He loves us all 100% the same. So don't think that your body is the reason for success in your life. Most people would say, okay, go to the gym, work harder.
Hold on, we need the question.
You need me to recap it?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
What do we not want to see as a solution to this? Something that I hear as a solution to this all the time that I don't necessarily think is the end-all be-all answer is, all right, you need to work harder. You're not doing the right things. You might be working just as hard as the person next to you and you're just not seeing the same results. You do not need to look like the person next to you. Every single one of us is different. God has a different image for every single one of us. I've never met somebody that looks just like me, and I've never seen somebody that looks just like you. Keep in mind that the same weight loss tricks or the same makeup products or the same hairbrush is not going to make you look exactly like the person you're comparing yourself to on Instagram or on social media or in the magazine you saw in Walmart. Open conversation. It's always a solution to most things. If you're keeping your feelings about yourself and your body image problems all to yourself, they're not going to get better. So please feel free to talk to anybody in your church, whether that's one of your friends from the youth group, one of your youth leaders, your pastor, somebody of importance in your church, anybody of authority in your church. Open conversation first and foremost. Even though it might be awkward for some of you or somebody having the conversation, it is totally worthwhile. Open conversation is going to make us all feel a little more comfortable with it and know that we're not alone and that everybody's had these feelings of self-doubt. Some advice I would give teens struggling with body image issues is, first of all, open conversation. I've said it time and time again, but that's how important it is. Second of all, you are not alone, and I need you to remember that. Every single person in my life that I've ever talked to about this has had some moment of self-doubt. So don't sit in your bed at night thinking, I'm the only person that feels like this. Why me? Because you're not. Advice I would give you if you see that somebody else is having body image issues is ask them about it. Ask them if they're doing okay. Ask them how you can help, and ask if you can bring somebody else into the conversation that may have advice on how to make things better.